Hey YouTube, welcome back. It's just one of those like crazy, creative, lighthearted, like blissed out Zen moment kind of days, and then like digging in the costume closet, and there's like bras on the floor, and it's so much fun. And I was actually getting to thinking about what it used to be like when I was pursuing music and fame and all those glittery things that go along with that. All of these revelations about creepy, crusty Hollywood are taking so much pressure off of me as a truly creative and like truly artistic person. Because I've come to a number of realizations. Number one, just because I didn't make the so-called A-list doesn't mean that my art and my creativity and my personality is worthless. And I think a lot of creative people get caught up in that. Just because you're not being paid $1 billion for your stuff doesn't mean it's not amazing stuff. And it doesn't mean that it's not changing people's lives. Maybe that isn't showing up for you the way that you expected it to. And maybe you're just ungrateful and you're missing something. And maybe you're creating art for the wrong reasons to begin with. I don't know, food for thought, just my humble opinion. We're going to get down to business and talk about this very serious topic so that you too, as an artist, a creator, an innovator, can be let off the hook. And hopefully it'll be fun again. Let's make art great again. Let's make art fun again as we move in to 2017. Okay? Let's dive in. So I think one of the most important things for aspiring artists to know is that absolutely nothing gets through in the music industry without the golden Midas touch of the music industry gods. The message is very much controlled. There is, when you're hired, there is an agenda for you. When that 10, 40, $50 million contract is offered to you, you become less of a person and more of an on-paper asset. I work in real estate. I like to invest in homes and flip them. And in real estate, there's a term called chattel. C-H-A-T-T-E-L. That means it's like property. When you are being given this contract, there is a very specific agenda for the outcome of this investment. You probably believed when you signed your contract or when you go to sign your contract that you are being paid for your brilliance and your brand and your creativity and your message, especially your message. A lot of people go in there with a message of their own, and they do not realize that the message that you're there to give, the way you were raised, your religion, your fundamentals, everything about you is not necessarily why you were hired. But those are the qualities it took to get you there. People who make it know that teams of people, put lots of blood, sweat, and tears into these careers that make it. And so it's never just a solitary thing. But you put everything into it, and surprise, that is not why you were hired. Let's talk about why you were hired. Okay, so let's say you're an independent artist and you've like made your own reputation, like maybe you're a Drake, how you put your own energy, your own money, your own creativity into a career that actually kind of took off to a large degree as a very successful independent career. that is one track. That is one way that you get into the music industry, is if you're so amazing and you put forward this product that just organically catches attention, then you attract the attention of record companies and other professional people with an agenda, and they see something in you and they say, ooh, we can use this toward our agenda. Okay? And so this is where the disconnect for a lot of people happens. Let's say you had a history of substance abuse, right? And one of the things that you wrote about in your songs was like getting lit and getting turned up and doing lots of drugs and being a total slut, blah, blah, blah. That type of thing is why you were hired. That propensity toward those things is the thing that caught the attention of the music industry to begin with. And let's be so real right now. Just because you can string together some bars, they don't care about that. They do care about, will you rap about drugs? Will you rap about weird things? Like how far will you push the envelope? And the further that you're willing to push it, the further that they're willing to support and push you to the next level of your career. So I kind of have a problem with people who like get there and then they're shocked that they're slumming it. They find out that Hollywood is really actually like slumming it. And you're like, well, bro, you like rap about this, you said this, you know, agreed to that, you dove right in. And they gave you all of this money, and when they ask you to do things that you're not comfortable with, you're very surprised. You guys, sometimes I seriously think that working at Walmart will be better than having a $50 million rap label contract. And the reason why is because if you hate Walmart, if you find it's disgusting and dirty and nasty and the people are awful and your soul is being crushed by your Walmart job, you can mother loving quit. You can walk right out of that door. You can rip off that stupid purple smock or blue smock and you can shove it in the trash at the subway, the Walmart subway on your way out, and you can quit. You can tell them to take their $7.25 an hour and shove it straight up their smiley face, right? If you're paid $40 million, you better make something happen. And it must unequivocally further the objective that you were hired, that you are paid to complete. Don't be wriggling on the line after you started this $50 million contract. Don't think that you're gonna outfox your label. And of course, in a video about the rap music industry, we must address the final point. Should you join the Illuminati, one faction or the other of the Illuminati, to get there? Depends. Depends on you. Depends on how you were raised. Depends on your values. Depends on, who you are in the world. So my final thought is that if you truly are okay and at peace and joyous and excited about what you're signing up for, knowing what it is, that is totally fine. That is your business. I want to hear your music. Because even though the message is controlled, so much wonderful stuff gets through. So many wonderful, smart, intelligent people really do rise to the top of their professions. And I love and I appreciate those people. But what I do have a huge problem with is when those wonderful people are exploited and abused and manipulated and trapped by their choices. So, just go in with your eyes wide open and knowing, that your choices are leading you down a very specific, well-defined path, and just be aware of how you represent yourself and who you align yourself with. So I love you guys, and Happy New Year. I want to see all of your art and your music and your photos and your expression come my way in 2017. I'm so excited for that. And Happy New Year.